The People's Republic of China, just across the Taiwan Strait, it's Taiwan's biggest neighbor, its largest source of two-way trade, and its biggest security threat. That's because China claims Taiwan as its own, and increasingly threatens to take the island nation by force. So how to manage relations with this large and imposing neighbor is the big question in Taiwan politics, with the country's various parties offering competing visions of healthy cross-strait ties. For 4 decades, Taiwan was a one-party dictatorship, governed by the Kuomintang, or KMT, the party of the Chinese nationalists who fled to Taiwan after China's Civil War. They were the sworn enemies of the Chinese communists, and jailed or executed anyone they suspected of collaborating with China. But today, the KMT promotes friendlier China ties under something called the 1992 Consensus. That's an unwritten agreement between the KMT and the Chinese Communist Party that says both sides of the Taiwan Strait belong to one China. The KMT says it allows Taipei and Beijing to have their own understanding of what that means. The 1992 Consensus has become a major focus of the current presidential race. KMT candidate Hou Youyi supports the idea, but says it needs to be in line with the Constitution of the Republic of China, Taiwan's official name.
我接受合乎中华民国宪法的九二共识，我反对一国两制的九二共识，我更坚决反对蔡英文总统污蔑化的九二共识。
Hou's main rival, incumbent Vice President Lai Ching-te of the Democratic Progressive Party, has a different view of the relationship. His party prefers a more cautious approach to China, something emphasized by outgoing President Tsai Ing-wen. Under her 8-year DPP administration, Taiwan has pushed for better relations with what it calls like-minded partners, such as the US and Japan. It's also boosted defense spending and worked to diversify trade and investment away from China. Lai has promised to continue on that path should he win the presidency, saying the KMT is stuck in the past when it comes to cross-strait relations. He and the DPP reject the 1992 Consensus, arguing that it's simply another way of accepting Beijing's view that Taiwan is part of its territory. But he's promised to work on repairing the relationship, as long as Beijing agrees to cooperate with him.
我愿意跟中国进行交流合作，促进两岸人民的福祉。我会不卑不亢，维持现状。
But Hou and Lai are not the only ones looking to win this election. Former Taipei Mayor Wen-je has brought his own ideas on China to the race, as the candidate for his third force Taiwan People's Party. Founded by Ke only 4 years ago, the party has yet to form a solid platform on many issues, mostly selling itself as an alternative to Taiwan's two-party deadlock. The Taiwan People's Party's official stance on cross-strait relations is to maintain peace with China while upholding Taiwan's sovereignty. Ke says the KMT and DPP's China approaches have failed time and again. He promotes what he calls the 5 mutuals, encouraging Taiwan and China to recognize, understand, respect, cooperate, and empathize with each other.
在越来越紧张的中美与两岸关系之间，我们都同意维持现状、追求和平是美中台之间的最大公约数。
As voters head to the polls on January 13th, they'll be faced with 3 different visions of Taiwan's future approach to China. How they choose will set the course for cross-strait relations for at least the next 4 years. But regardless of who's elected, the issue of China will continue to loom large in Taiwan's politics. Scott Huang and Jeremy Olivier for TaiwanPlus.